Welcome to another video from Dr. Lock. Okay, I have been purchasing on Temu, and I'm going to tell you the truth about some of these LED light bulbs. Now, we've got light bulbs for the interior, right? These ones here, and you simply put your filament in, squeeze it in, and connect it up for your interior. We've got ones for your tail lights, we've got headlights, brake lights. Look at some of the headlight ones here, you can see different settings, all the rest. I'm a big fan of them. They make it brighter. They work really well on some cars. Here's another one. Okay, what I've learned is what I'm now sharing with you here. These are the tail lights. So we've got indicator, reverse, brake light and headlight there, so they light up. And what I did is I replaced them all with LEDs. And the light up here, I replaced this. This is some of those smaller, tinier ones which look like this. Okay, and then I went around to the front, as you do, and I replaced the headlights, and I replaced the headlights with those ones as well. And what I found happened, now keep in mind this is a 2009 model car, actually happened was that when I turned my Parkers on, the Parkers came on, which is a separate, like analog, not LED bulb. When I turned my headlights on, I couldn't get them to actually turn on without starting the car, which is not normal. And then when I started the car, they started to work. Well, which is kind of okay, but not normal. Sometimes you do want to have your headlights on. If it's a dangerous situation or snow or fog, you do want them on. So, headlights, that's a bit of a downside. They're obviously drawing too much current, so I can't use them on the front. What I noticed on the back as well is that they weren't working. They weren't working as well. I could get one or two of the bulbs working, like the indicators or the rear tail light, but they weren't working as prescribed. So when I turn on the gauges, this was what I noticed. When I turn on the lights, where are we? Here. You get all your normal lights like so, or your dash lights, that's fine. Got a bug in here. You turn on these lights here, you get your dash that lights up. When I turned on the Parkers, it was fine. When I turned on the headlights, the whole dash dimmed out. When I turned on the high beams, it did work, but the high beams wouldn't stay on. So I'll just show you now that they are working. See, you've got your headlights on and you've got your Parkers on. So the LED bulbs wouldn't do it. Okay, and plus on top of that, they're playing up with the dash. So what I learned is older model cars, although it is good to have these LED bulbs and they do make it brighter, not all cars are, how do you say, worthy of it. And the lights on. So these are the analog bulbs. Not all cars are worthy of it or can handle it. I guess it's something to do with the power or who knows. When you're swapping out indicators, some of them make your indicators blink even quicker. So that is not good as well. Also with these ones here, these little ones here, they've got a positive and a negative on either side. When you're using a normal standard bulb, it's just a piece of filament in between, so negative and positive doesn't matter. But with these ones here, it does matter. When you're using these type here, they would matter because you can put it in both ways. When you're using other ones, like this one here, a lot of these ones, they can only kind of go in one way. And there's different top and bottom. See how this one has a little nipple on the top and the bottom? You can get ones that have nipple on like 12 o'clock and 3 o'clock. They're more for your indicators and stuff like that. So you can get top and bottom nipple, or you can get top and 3 o'clock position nipple. So they do kind of make a difference. You do have to get the right ones. And after putting in all these globes and all the rest, I'm simply finding out that, yeah, it's not the way to go on older model cars. Some cars just don't like it. And that's the truth about these light globes. The only place I was able to do it was with some of these, and that was on that brake light up there, which is pretty good because when you hit the brakes, that only turns on when you hit the brakes, and that's high in visibility sight, and it's turning up nice and bright. So that's good because it's alerting the car in front that you've hit the brakes. As where when it's down the bottom here, it's not as clear or in their face, so it's good to have one right in the middle that really lights up. Would have been nice to have all these on LED as well and make them that bit brighter, but unfortunately it doesn't go with this type of car. It clashes. So the truth about these bulbs, yeah, they're cheap, yeah, they're good, but not all cars you can just simply put them into. And you put them in and you need to find out if they work. If you do one bulb at a time, you're going to have a lot more success. If you get two people, one person put their foot on the brake, turn the indicators on, you can see if they're playing up. And if they're playing up, take them out, put the original ones back in. You can do it that way. Each bulb does cost money. Remember, there's a positive and a negative on some of them, and sometimes you might need to use a multimeter or put the bulb in one way, take it out and put it in the other way. But that's about as simple as I can make it. So the truth about these light bulbs, yes, they're good. No, they don't suit every car, and you really have to sort of plug them in and test them, and you have to pay for all the bulbs. I've got this kit here because I've got multiple cars, and I don't mind upgrading some of them from time to time. So that's the truth about these LED light globes. Yeah, they're better. They're better than these ones here. These ones here, if you touch them, you get oil on them. They don't last as long. I really do like these LED ones. They're brighter, they're bigger, they're badder. But unfortunately, when they start messing around with your gauges and the lights in your gauge, like it was for me, it's just not worth having them in. You're better off just having the stock standard ones in there. At least they work and they do the job. Leave your comments down below. Thanks for watching.